everybody. Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. 2,500 point battle, game 3 of Tremendicon 2014. The New Orleans crew invades. This is against a Tomb King opponent. Lord Tremendous, that's me, the Warriors of Chaos, versus Billy Ray Osiris of the Tomb Kings. And that's what he named his Tomb King. He named a lot of his stuff, so it's actually a very, very good army. It's a magnificently painted army, and this opponent is a tremendous opponent. Yes, yes. And I'm not just saying that because I like the word. It's true. This is also the husband of Lady Kenzie of the Wood Elves. So, yes, it was a husband-wife team, and they were both very, very good. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to see how much he... Well, you'll see. This is my list, more of the same. I got my Demon Prince, Lord Tremendous, Mark Zinch, level 4 Wizard, Chaos Armor, Charm Shield, Dragon Bane Gem, Other Trickster Shard, Soul Feeder, Scale Skin, Flaming Breath, and Allura Metal. My hero choices are my Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth, with the Mark Zinch, Chaos Deed, BSB, Halberd, Helm of Many Eyes, Dawnstone, and Poisonous Slime. I have my favorite now, Exalted Hero, Catastrophe. He's got the Mark of Zinch, he's on a demonic mount, he's got a halberd, Talisman of Preservation, Third Eye of Zinch, and the Burning Body. My core choices are 5 Warhounds, the Manipulative Mutts, they're butt naked, 18 Chaos Warriors, Blood Tide, with Mark Khorne, Halberds, Full Command, Banner Rage, and 17 Forsaken, with the Mark of Khorne. My special choices consist of 5 Chaos Knights, Elizabeth's Honor Guard, with Mark Zinch and Sorcerous Weapons, Band of Musicians, Standard of Discipline, and 5 more Chaos Knights, Cass's Despoilers, with Mark Nurgle, Lances, Band of Musician, and the Banner of Swiftness. My rare choice is, as always, the one, the only, the Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. My opponent's list is as follows, because I got a copy of it. Yay! He had a Tomb King, Billy Ray Osiris, and that was his general. He had a shield, the Sword of Anti-Heroes, the Armor of Destiny, a Dragon Bane Gem, and the Other Trickster Shard. He had a shard as well. He also had a Lich High Priest, the Desert Windbreaker. I'm not sure if that's because he wore a jacket or if he was gassy. I'm going to assume the former, simply because I don't see many undead that are gassy, but what the hell do I know, right? He was a level 4 wizard with a Dispel Scroll and used the Lore of Nehekara, which I'm pretty sure I'm butchering, but I'm going to say it that way because you understand what the hell I'm talking about. His hero choice was Ramhotep the Visionary, which is the special choice that makes constructs better, a random construct. But you'll see how that worked. His core choices were a unit of 3 Skeleton Chariots with Banner Musician and the Banner of Eternal Flame, 3 unit of Skeleton Archers that were completely naked, and a unit of 27 Skeleton Archers with Banner Musician. He also had a small unit of Skeleton Horses that were completely naked. His special choices were 6 Necropolis Knights, Ramhotep's Revenge, with Banner Musician, and 35 Tomb Guard. That's right, a horde of Tomb Guard, the Achy Breaky Hearts, with Full Command and the Razor Standard. His rare choices were the Casket of Souls and 2 Screaming Skull Catapults, Thing 1 and Thing 2. Here are my spells, 4 from Metal and of course the Beast spell. And here are his spells, which is 4 from Nehekara. Here's deployment. For the most part, here's what my plan was. I couldn't remember what the hell Tomb Kings did because this is officially the first time I've ever done a battle report against Tomb Kings, which means I don't see them all that much. In fact, I don't ever see them. So I was really... This was a triple awesome game. Number 1, it was the first time I've ever done a battle report against Tomb Kings. So that's awesome. Number 2, I got to play the Outer Town guys from New Orleans. So far, my first 2 games were nail-biter. Okay, one was just me getting curb stomped. The other one was a nail-biter. So I was really excited about Game 3 because if he was even half as good as his wife and the first guy, it was going to be a really good game. And I got to play against Tomb Kings. You know, I don't get to do that very often. In fact, never. I've got 120 games, done before this one. No Tomb Kings. So this is exciting. So I really didn't know what to do. The Tomb Guard, I knew they were a little scary, but at the same time, I knew I was a little scary, so I wanted to see what was going to happen there. So I put my Forsaken and my Demon Prince right there because he was either going to go into the Tomb Guard or he was going to go into the Snakes. I wasn't too worried about the Chariots because once I found out what they did and how they worked, I wasn't overly concerned. My Knights were going to go over there on the side to either try to get the Chariots to come over or his skeleton guys with the Beast over there for support. I also had Catastrophe. I didn't know where he was going to go. I wanted him to go after the catapults or that stupid Ark of the Covenant thing, and I put him in the middle there to basically have options on where to go with him. The Corn Warriors and the dogs were going to give his archers something to shoot at. He had 30 archers over there. I knew they only hit on 5s, or no matter what, so the dogs were supposed to give him something to shoot at for a turn or two to just deter him from shooting at anything else. The Corn Warriors, they were going to try to sneak through. With the Demon Prince and the Forsaken over to my left there, I was hoping that his Tomb Guard and his Snakes and everything else would be focused on them so that my Corn Warriors could pretend like they were going after the archers and then flank charge into the Tomb Guard, the Skeletons, the Snakes, whatever, and then collapse down on them. That was the hope. Meanwhile, my Nurgle Knights were not worried about the archers' strength 3 shooting. They were going to go across the table as fast as they could, slam into the Skeleton Warriors, and kill them all, and then meet over on the left flank somewhere. That was the plan, that was the hope, and that's why I deployed like this. Here's my opponent's right flank. From left to right, there's his skeleton horseman, and there's his unit of chariot skeleton guys. Oh, there you're going to see a lot of skeletons in this. Also, there's Thing 1, I believe, behind him. Here's his center. We have a unit of the snakes, the whatever. I'm going to call them the snakes because that's all I can remember them. But yeah, the snakes. Yeah, those things. Then right next to them are his Tomb Guard, and he had Ramotep and his Tomb King in there. Behind them is his bigger unit of skeleton archers, and he had his High Priest in there, his whatever, the one that if you kill him, his army starts crumbling, as well as you can kind of sort of see it there, that his second skull catapult on the right, I believe that was Thing 2. And here's his left flank from our right to left, basically skeleton archers. Behind the impassable terrain was his arc and skeleton archers. Here's my right flank, which consists of my Nurgle Knights. And my center, which is from right to left, my dogs, my Corn Warriors, and Catastrophe. And here's my left flank, which consists from left to right of my Beast, the Beast, my Knights with Lady Elizabeth, and she's awesome, my Demon Prince, and he's awesome, and my Corn Warriors, because they are awesome. I'm sorry, my Forsaken, because they are awesome. Here's top of 1 after movement, and I got to go first. I was very excited. So I moved everything up. I didn't want everything on my left flank. I moved my Beast and my Knights up conservatively. The Beast was within 18 inches of the Skeleton or Knights, or whatever they are, Horsemen, and he was just going to try to get a spell off on them. I figured they were toughness 3. That was my best choice, and I'm always, for a free spawn. My Knights came up, but I didn't want to get too close to the Chariots because I didn't want to take all those impact hits. My Demon Prince came up because I couldn't care less about impact hits. Bring it on. I get a hold of them, I destroy them, I get them back in Soul Feeder, life is good. My Forsaken moved up enough so that if something charged a Demon Prince, I could support counter charge. Meanwhile, Catastrophe ran up into the forest begging something to take the chance of going after him. My Corn Warriors moved up as much as they could because I wanted him to think I was going after his archers. And my dogs moved up to give him something to shoot at, just like I said, as well as my Nurgle Knights moving up doing the exact same thing. I needed him to believe that that right flank was going after those archers really, really quick. My magic phase is a wash. I roll like a 3, and I fail to cast immediately, and he dispels the beast spell without having to worry about it. I don't believe in shooting, so we go to bottom of 1. And he does not charge. He does not take my bait, which shocked me a little bit. The chariots move up a little bit. I know this picture shows him in one direction. He actually moves them after the picture a little bit more. Totally legal. He didn't go over anything like that. Just more in front of the Demon Prince. His horsemen come up slightly, which I was fine with. The Beast was going to go after him, and I had every intention in the world of charging with my Knights and his chariots. His Tomb Guard, I believe, tried to charge my Demon Prince and failed. The snakes backed up, which really threw me off. I wasn't really sure what I should think about with the snakes backing up. But but I was going to deal with that as soon as I figured out what the hell they did. I had every intention in the world of actually sending my demon prince either into the chariots or into the tomb guard, whichever was closest. Meanwhile, his skeletons come up and kind of stagger a little bit so that when my Nurgle Knights charge them, I can't overrun and hit another unit. There's a better picture of his tomb guard failing a charge into my demon prince. During his magic phase, he gets one of his spells off that basically makes it so I'm -1 strength, -1 toughness, and it's a hex, so what could you do? And there's also a better picture where his chariot actually ended up. And then during his shooting phase, the ploy worked, and he shoots at my dogs, and 3 of them die, and believe it or not, they make their break check, which I think is awesome, which means they get to be, decoys for a little bit longer, which I'm perfectly fine with. They weren't going to do anything this game anyway. I believe Thing 1 takes a pot shot at my knights, hits, but only is able to wound one of my knights. I rolled really well for my armor saves and ward saves, so that was really, really nice. Nothing else happens. We have no combat yet, so we go to top of 2 after movement, and as you can see, I have charged. The beast made it into the horseman, which I was thrilled about. Lady Elizabeth and her knights, they're just not feeling like moving this game, or any game today, and they charged at the chariots and failed, which breaks my heart a little bit, but you know what, I'm going to have a talk with Lady Elizabeth and her knights after this game, and see if I can't motivate her to start moving a little bit better. Meanwhile, my Demon Prince and a Forsaken slam into the chariots, and that's awesome. Cass runs past the Tomb Guard to go after the, what's it called, the Skull Catapults, because now I'm a little nervous after they took out one of my knights. One solid hit into a unit of the Warriors or something, and I'm SOL. My Khorne Warriors adjust slightly so that if the Tomb Guard come in to go after anybody, I can countercharge and kill them. And the one remaining dog, because, yeah, another one got killed later on in the shooting phase. I forgot to take a picture. He stays put because there's no reason. I don't want him to charge. I want him to work on shooting at these dogs. And my Nurgle Knights go into his other unit of skeletons because, well, I might as well start working on them, right? There's a better picture of the beast slamming into the horseman, and I'm fine with that. There's a better picture of Lady Elizabeth and her knight unit letting me down, which is a little discouraging. Actually, it's a lot discouraging. I really needed him into this combat. And there's a better picture of my Demon Prince and my Forsaken slamming into the chariots and doing what they do best. And of course, the Nurgle Knights slamming into Skeleton Warriors or Skeleton Archers because, well, they've got to die. Nothing once again happens in my magic phase, and there's no such thing as a core or a chaos shooting army, so we go into combat, and my Nurgle Knights do exactly what you expect. They obliterate the whole unit. Not only do they do a bunch of wounds and win combat, but the crumble checks ensue or ensure that the entire unit is vaped, and that's a good start. I'll take it. During combat over here, I flub a little bit. My Forsaken ended up getting Slug Brains, which, what can you do? My Demon Prince doesn't do quite as much damage as I wanted him to. Charge and all that other stuff. I don't lose anything, I don't take any damage, but it's not quite enough. The -1 strength actually did hurt a decent amount. It's not enough. The one chariot's left, and he's holding on to a couple of wounds. So not exactly what I wanted, but what can you do? And then over here, the beast just decimates this unit. They don't even get crumble checks. He just hits and wounds them all. He rolls like 8 attacks and just hits and wounds all the time. It's a glorious thing. I didn't realize the skeletons were weapon skill too, so that really helped. The beast hitting on 3s is just sexy. So, with all that occurring and being done and all the fun stuff is over, we go into bottom of 2 after movement. And as you can see, the snakes make their move, and they charge into Lady Elizabeth and make the charge. The snakes. Meanwhile, his Tomb Guard charge into my Forsaken, and that's bad. I was not thrilled to see that happen. It was a long charge, and he made it. His archers with his little Hierophant in it or whatever, the Hierophant leaves the unit of archers and goes, stands behind them because he thought that Castash was going to slam into the air and just challenge and destroy the unit until he gets a hold of it and starts making the army crumble. And the other unit of archers really don't do anything. They're just going to sit there and shoot at stuff because that's the smart thing to do. There's a better picture of the snakes running into Lady Elizabeth and her knights, and I really, really wasn't prepared for what these guys could do. But at the same time, I was a little excited to find out. So this is a mixed bag. I knew this was a hard unit. I didn't realize they had Killing Blow. He did tell me. I just forgot. I know, stupid thing to forget, right? But it is what it is. So it's too late now. Time to deal with it. And here's a better picture of the Tomb Guard with Tomb King and Ramotep slamming into the Forsaken, which was really nerve-wracking. I didn't really know what was going to happen. Well, I had a pretty good idea what was going to happen, but I didn't want it to. Oh, over here, during his magic phase, he gets this, like, cauldron spell off on a 10, right? So I need a 6 in order to dispel it. So I, overconfident, stupid as hell, I should have thrown a third dice at it. I roll 2d6 and I roll 5. So the spell goes off, he hits my Nurgle Knights with it, and I roll 2 6s and a 5. Nurgle Knights are destroyed. Oh! That was my fault completely, and it really hurt to lose my Nurgle Knights to stupidity and overconfidence. But, well played by my opponent. You know, he just kind of tossed a few dice out there, got a 10, and I gave it to him. I gave up my Nurgle Knights, and that's my own stupid fault. Then during his magic phase, since I had art, now I'm down by level 4 because he failed to dispel a spell. He gets that -1 strength, -1 toughness thing off on my Forsaken, which is really bad. And then for the hat trick, he irresistible force through something that basically gives his entire army within 12 inches of the caster, 24 inches, some crazy amount, extra attacks. So, poop. The ensuing miscast 8, however, does end his magic phase, which only had like a magic die or 2 left anyway. And ends up causing a wound to the Hierophant, which is good because now he's on the right way out. He's like a third dead, and I'll take it. During the shooting phase, the archers, now that they don't have any other targets left because I gave up the knights because I'm an idiot, take perfect shots and destroy the last dog, basically turning him from a warhound into a war porcupine. Unfortunately, it's a very dead one, so I think they just end up raising it later and making it a pet. Then the other ones shoot at the Corn Warriors and are able to kill one, which I'm fine with. You know, pot shots suck like that, but one guy out of 18, I can deal with that. During his shooting phase as well, Thing 1 takes a pot shot at, I believe, the Warriors, and it's a direct hit, but it's also a misfire, and he ends up doing a misfire 6, which basically just means he can't shoot this turn, but hey, I'll take a misfire on one of these suckers any day. Then we go over here, we go into the combat with the snakes. And they effing murder me. Ramotep lets them basically re-roll their saves. Any failed saves, they get to re-roll them. So the damage that I was able to do was pretty much mitigated by that. I was able to kill 1. 3 wounds, I think it was, got through. Out of the 8 or 9 that I caused, it was devastating. But Lady Elizabeth ends up being the sole survivor, and with his charge, banner, and 4 wounds to my 3 wounds and a banner, he wins by 1. Rerollable 8. And as you can see, I didn't make it. I break, Elizabeth explodes, and my unit is vaped. Just broke my heart. Luckily, the beast makes his break check, but oh... just a devastating loss. Now both my units of knights are dead, and I'm on the back foot once again by, what is this? Is it turn 3 yet? No, it's mid by turn 3. Oh, painful, and all because of the snakes. Then we go over here into this combat, and this one, believe it or not, actually went slightly better than it looks. I got Killing Blow for this one, and his Tomb King, I put 4 Forsaken into the Tomb King, rolled their attacks. I ended up rolling like 6 or 7 attacks on the Tomb King total, and I actually got a Killing Blow and a wound on the Tomb King. And he saved the armor save for the wound, but then he made 2 re-rolling 4s, ward saves for the Killing Blow shot that would have just destroyed his Tomb King, which would have been awesome, but he rolled a 6 and then a 5 for his ward save, or maybe I got it reversed. Either way, Tomb King saved the Killing Blow, and he had to reroll it because of the other Trickster Shard, because he's base to base with my Demon Prince. Drove me crazy. I was positive I had him there, and he broke my heart, but I can understand that. However, I sent 4 more Forsaken after Ramotep, and I did the same thing. I got like 6 attacks at him, and I rolled 1 Killing Blow and 1 wound, and Ramotep's butt naked anyway, so it didn't matter, but the Killing Blow finished him off, so that was good, because it got rid of the snake's rerolls, and it got rid of the the frenzy and the hatred and everything. So that was cool. But as you can see, it didn't really matter because the Tomb Guard with the extra attack that they got because of his big spell just flattened my Forsaken. I have 2 left. He kills 15 Forsaken to the Ramotep and like 3 Tomb Guard that I killed because I just awful rolls. But it is what it is. I guess I deserve this. And yeah, I lose by a boatload. My Forsaken do not make their break check, and they flee. And I'll let you know right now, spoiler alert, the Forsaken flee off the table in a few turns. However, they get away because my Demon Prince is still in contact with both units, and he doesn't break. So that's a good thing at least. I've got him kind of where I want him because my Khorne Warriors are sitting right there with a beautiful flank into the Tomb Guard. And I know that's a lot of points, and God knows I need points right now because I'm just getting my ass kicked. So we go to top of 3 after movement, and yeah, it's exactly what you think. The beast goes into the snakes. The Khorne Warriors slam into the flank of the Tomb Guard because they need to die, and Catastrophe, without a better target, goes into, I believe it's thing 2, whatever, the Skull Catapult in the middle there, because, hey, now it's just, I need to start doing something, right? There's a better picture of the beast slamming into the snakes, and the hope here was Killing Blow would be mitigated. The beast could possibly do something now that they're not re-rolling their saves. Maybe win, maybe hold them for a while, do something other than, get killed. I'm grabbing at straws at this point because I didn't know what else to do. And then over here's a better shot of the Khorne Warrior slamming into the Tomb Guard. And the idea here was just kill the friggin' Tomb Guard and the Tomb King, get the points, turn around, and just start dealing with the snakes and the archers and everything else as quick as humanly possible. And here's Catastrophe just slamming into the War Machine so that it can't hurt me anymore because these things need to just die because I'm tired of getting slaughtered today. Oh man! So during the magic phase, I get a irresistible force final transmutation off on the unit of archers. The one that the hero font was in, it was just the idea was lower the amount that was in there just in case he tries to dive back in. And you're looking at the roll. I needed 5s, and there was 20 something in there, 28, 25. I don't know. There was a ton in there. And I roll 5 5s and 6s. You're looking at the roll that I rolled right there. It was a terrible final transmutation. Just an awful one. And yeah, 5 guys turn into golden statues. I mean, yeah, the bubble stupidity happens, but oh, that should have been so much better. But it is what it is. My dice are rolling kind of cold all day. And I guess it's better than nothing. So I'll take it because I don't have a choice. The resulting miscast 8... basically ends up doing nothing. I think I don't take a wound or anything like that, and we move on to combat. And yeah, you're looking at it. We get into combat, and I win this one by a landslide. As you can see in the back there, a ton of the Tomb Guard died. His Tomb Guard issues a challenge my Demon Prince has to accept because he can't get away from it. And yeah, you're looking at it. I end up taking 2 wounds. The Tomb King takes 1 because he's got a crazy save. Meanwhile, my Khorne Warriors do a boatload of damage to the Tomb Guard and take nothing in return. The resulting crumble check causes a bunch more to die, which is awesome, but my Demon Prince is half dead and the Tomb Guard is still up. So I'm a little nervous at this point, but I'm going to keep working on it because I need this to happen. Over here, the beast flubs his rolls. Just awful rolls. I get like 3 attacks. I don't hit or wound with any of them. And the ass turn around and do 4 wounds to the beast. He hangs on by a thread. Just, my stomach is turning just looking at this picture with these snakes. These snakes just murder everything that they touch. So, needless to say, I have a charge to his 4 wounds and a banner. So, I'm epa-screwed. I break, but My opponent decides to restrain pursuit. My beast only flees 3 inches. He does not go off the table. Maybe he should have, but he didn't. And the snakes turn around to try to. I think he was trying to salvage his Tomb Guard and save his Tomb King and stuff like that. So I'll take it. You know, at least the beast survived, so that was something. And then over here, Catastrophe is able to destroy the catapult, and then he turns to face the Hierophant with the idea of the BSB is way forward. If he even had a BSB, which I don't believe he did. So my Catastrophe guy, he turns to face the Hierophant, which is to his left, with the idea of if he fails his Stupidity 8 check, he's just going to trundle forward. Catastrophe can charge him, possibly kill him, and then I can start having crumble checks being taken across the table, which would be outstanding. So, with all that fun and games over, we go to bottom of 3 after movement, and you're looking at it. His snakes, those evil, evil bastards, try to slam into the Corn Warriors, try to charge into them, and fail. He didn't want to charge Demon Prince because he was in a challenge. It wasn't going to do anything but cause him to take crumble checks. He wanted to get into the Warriors and start killing blow them, but that didn't happen. The Hierophant dives back into the archers, and that was expected. And his other catapult is stupid. Meanwhile, his other unit of archers turn to face Catastrophe because what else are they going to shoot at, right? There's a better picture of his catapult being stupid, which is outstanding. And there's a better picture of his snakes failing a charge, which is also outstanding. During combat with the Tomb Guard, I am able to not only kill his Tomb King, and I do take 1 more wound on my Demon Prince in that challenge, but I'm able to kill his Tomb King. I resist the curse and everything like that. I'm able to save it, and my Corn Warriors decimate the unit. They must have killed 12 of those things. They take 3 for their trouble. The resulting combat res results in them just vaporizing, which is glorious, because now I can get into those snakes and deal with them and a whole bunch of other stuff. And the icing on the cake is with Soul Feeder, my Demon Prince is able to Soul Feeder 2 wounds, which meant he went from only having 1 left to 3. So he's in great fighting shape. I've got the Tomb Guard dead. I've got his General dead. There's hope. I can turn this around. I'm looking forward to it. And so yeah, my plan now is to slam into those mother effing snakes and destroy them. So we go to top of 4 after movement, and you're looking at it. My Corn Warriors hang back because I thought about charging them into the snakes, but with Killing Blow and all the attacks and everything like that, I didn't think it would be a great idea. And I figured my Demon Prince could handle it, you know? So the Corn Warriors just kind of hang back and wait. My Beast rallies and Catastrophe, since his whatever he is, the Necrophant didn't go stupid and dove into the archers. My Catastrophe guy slams into the flank of the archers, and he's just going to start grinding the unit because I need the points. I figure if I get the Hierophant down, I could salvage the rest of this game and be good to go. There's a better picture of the Beast rallying right at the board edge, and oh, that's awesome. And here's a better picture of the Demon Prince slamming into the snakes, because I need to kill these mother effing snakes on this mother effing table. During the magic phase, I get enchanted blades off irresistibly, right? On on Demon Prince. And the idea here was get rid of his armor save and make it easier for me to hit him. And then I roll a miscast 5. Turns out, actually, that the miscast 5 was not as bad as you might think it was. The miscast template, the little small template, ends up hitting, obviously, the Demon Prince, and all 3 of the asp in the front row there. And boop, I get 2 wounds through. I roll 1/1 to wound, which kills the snake, puts a wound on another one, and my Demon Prince actually makes his ward save for the strength 10 hit he suffers. Yeah, my magic phase is over, but who cares? I've gotten rid of one of the snakes, I took away some attacks, and I got enchanted blades off all at the same time. I'm feeling pretty good about that. You know, it felt like Tzeentch reached down and patted the old Demon Prince on the back. So, with magic and shooting done, we go into combat, and holy effing god, what just happened? I roll my attacks, and I do 4 more wounds onto the snake. So I'm thinking, awesome, I got 4 wounds done to the snakes. I should be okay. Life should be good. I should be able to destroy these guys. You know, charge, 4 wounds. They shouldn't really be able to do anything to me because I got a pretty high ward save. But then his knights attack, the riders attack, and a wound slips through. I roll like butt. And it's like, all right, 1 wound, not a big deal. I'm still winning this combat. They're still going to start crumbling. That's awesome. And I've got 4 wounds done to these guys, so I should be able to turn this around and you know, maybe regenerate that wound, you know, if I can roll some soul feeders. Then a snake's attack, and he does 3 wounds with his snakes, and I roll, no, I'm sorry, he does 4 wounds with his snakes, and I roll for my armor save, needing 3s, I roll a 4, a 2, a 2, and a 1. And I'm like, oh my god, what the F, dice? I mean, I know you've been rolling cold all day, but I'm literally going to burn you. And so I roll my ward saves, I make 1 ward save. He takes another 2 wounds and dies. Couldn't friggin' believe it. So I went from turning this game around to now I'm on the back foot again. I'm on both back feet. Shoot, I'm on my face in the ground, my butt up in the air, going, what happened? How did this happen? And my opponent was floored. I was floored. I think some of the people in the other room that weren't even watching the game just fell out of their chairs for no reason. It was just the blast wave of shock and horror that occurred in this moment. And holy crap. So yeah, Lord Tremendous is dead, and that really, really sucks. So we go over to combat over here, and Catastrophe is able to kill like 3 of them, and with charge, flank, 3 wounds to rank banner, he loses by 3. A few more die. It's not a big deal, but the grinding begins. So with all the devastation and just heartache over, we go to bottom of 4 after movement, and this godless, stinking, soulless snakes charge into my Corn Warriors. Other than that, nothing else really occurs. His catapult turns around to face the beast to try to finish him off, and the other archers pretty much stay where they're at because there's really nothing for them to do right now. There's a better picture of his mother effing snake slamming into my mother effing Corn Warriors. With magic and shooting being a wash because really nothing happens, we go into combat, and this is actually pretty bloody. My Corn Warriors put up a hell of a fight, doing like 7, 8 wounds, something insane. Really proud of how they did, and I ended up losing 5 or 6 for my trouble. And in the end, I end up losing this one by 1, and it was because he charged off the hill. He had high ground. So I end up losing this one by 1, and I'm thinking, all right, I need a 7, right? Not a big deal. I should be able to make that. I don't have a picture of it because the pictures that I took were really, really blurry, so I'm not going to bother throwing them up here because you guys would probably have seizures because of it. But suffice it to say, there's what I rolled right there is actually a 9, and then I broke and I rolled like a 3 or a 4. You know, isn't that always the way it goes? But yeah, these mother effing snakes have killed my mother effing army. And now I understand why Samuel Jackson was so friggin' sick of them. And now I think you guys understand why I've been playing the dramatic music every time I mention these mother effing snakes on this mother effing table. So we go into the Catastrophe Skeletons combat, and I kill down another 5 or so with combat res and wounds and everything, and just getting me closer and closer to that damn Hierophant, whatever he is, so I can try to start crumbling this army and salvage the game, because all I've got left is a beast with 1 wound and Catastrophe. That's it. So we go to top of 5 after movement, and the beast moves over to try to get a hold of the snakes and make them, you know, hurt or pay or something. And that's it. Everything else I have is in combat. And with no magic, because he's able to stop the beast spell no problem, Catastrophe actually does a ton of wounds this time and gets very, very close to getting a hold of that Necrophant and making him die, because that's what I want to do. I want to make him deader. So we go to bottom of 5 after movement. Oh, I'm sorry. And after that last one, he did turn to face me. So that was cool. So in the bottom of 5, his skeleton archers charge into the rear of Catastrophe, and I really wasn't concerned about that because I needed points. So actually, I saw that as a boon. It was like, cool. Now as you're crumbling, 2 units will be crumbling, and I could use that. There's a better picture of his unit of archers slamming into the rear of Catastrophe, which I'm totally fine with. And during the shooting phase, I'm not sure if it's his archers or his catapult or whatever it is that shoots and kills the beast, but something shoots and kills the beast. And, well played by my opponent. I mean, wow, is he good. Just wow. So yeah, the beast is dead. All I've got left is Catastrophe, and I'm still fighting though. I ain't quitting, damn it, because I could still pull out the draw in my head. I don't know how, but I'm confident that somehow I still can. So we go over to combat, and I put a couple of wounds on the guys behind me, and I think that's about it. I think I kind of flub a little bit here. I can't remember if I put any on the guys in my front. I think maybe one more dies. But after all is said and done, I do 2 wounds, maybe 3. Yeah, I do like 3 wounds. He charged and has a rear and a banner, so he wins by 1. I lose by 1. I need a 7 to stick around. And I'm thinking, all right, I should be all right. No, I'm not all right. I effing break. I break from combat, right? Needing a mother effing 7. Ah! So I'm like, all right. I flee, who's coming with me? And he's like, everybody's pursuing. And that's the intelligent thing to do. I mean, no fault in my opponent at all. That's what I would have done. So I roll to see how far I go. I go 11 inches, right? I'm like, dude, you're going to have to earn it because I'm going 11 inches. He goes, all right, well, here's for the snakes in the rear. He rolls boxcars, catches him and kills him. Of all the terrible luck that I've had during this game, that was the icing on the cake. But you know what? That was it. I mean, he caught it and he tabled me. There's the end of the game. He's got his snakes, he's got his skeletons, he's got his catapult. It was a savagely brutal game. If you couldn't tell, incredibly fun. But oh my god, the amount of bad luck exhibited by me was staggering. I've never had this much bad luck before in my life. So after this game was over, we went and got some food, and I burned down a baby seal orphanage. And yes, Brian, that is actually at your feet. I set that at your feet. That's the name of my opponent. Anyway, we'll get to the recap in a second because I need a moment. And also, it's time for a quick timeout. Token time, everybody. Tokens. Check them out. All the tokens you could need for anything that you could possibly play. Warhammer 40k, Infinity, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Infinity, Malifaux, whatever you need tokens for, Token Gal can make the tokens. They're dirt cheap, guys. No more than $8 for a set, but they're solid gold quality. I mean, these are glass beads. They magnify the picture and the words. You've got wound counters. You've got status effects. You've got spell effects. +1 toughness, -1 strength. You know, whatever you need. She's got all the magic lores. She's got everything you need for any system that you play. She's got a email address you can send and be like, hey, I'm looking for this. And now she has a website. It's there at the bottom. I'm not going to bother reading it off because if you can't read, what the hell are you doing on the internet? Just seriously, though, check her out. Check out her website. Order yourself some tokens. It's totally worth it. You won't regret it. guys, I know I've already talked to you about this before, but you should really check these pictures out because they were all painted, including my model, by Unleashed Wargaming. And they have their email right up there at the top of the page, and they've also got it down there. They got a YouTube channel. He's working on a website. It's not quite ready yet, but yeah, really, if you get a chance, check these guys out. If you're looking for someone to paint your stuff real good, seriously, check these guys out. Go to his, send him an email, check out his YouTube page. It's really worth your time. It's a phenomenal job. It's quick, it's painless. You don't have to worry about painting your stuff. And soon I'll be running a model that these guys painted for me, and I'm very excited about that. But check out these pictures. Give this guy an email. Check him out on YouTube. Get your models painted by him if you can. It's totally worth it. And tell him Tremendous sent you. As you guys already know, we are going to the Rock Wars GT. I will be there, so it's September 12th to the 14th. Totally excited to be going. If you're going to be there, if you just want to show up and say hey or whatever, I would love to meet you guys. I'm really enjoying doing these battle reports. I'm enjoying the comments. I'm enjoying the back and forth. And so, by all means, if you're there, you want to swing by, say hey, I would love that. Maybe we get a game in. I would be thrilled to be able to do a battle report with it. But yeah, definitely. If you guys are there and you want to meet up, hey, by all means, come say hi. You'll know my models. If you're interested in going, though, if you want to check it out, I think there's still some slots open. Check it out, rockwarsgt.com. It's right there. Real easy to type in. You should be able to figure it out. But yeah, guys, come check it out. Come say hi. Love to meet you. Yeah, I want to let you guys know about a new opportunity for you. It's called the Redstone Rumble. It's a major fantasy 40K Flames of War and War Machine event. It's in October 4th and 5th in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm not going to be able to attend because I'm in the military and I'll be elsewhere during that time. Not for a long time, just unfortunately that particular week I'll be out of town, so I can't go. But my loss is your gain because my admission fee had been paid. So rather than let that go to waste, with the TOs and the event organizers for the Redstone Rumble, we have decided to do a giveaway. You want to go to the Redstone Rumble? Are you available to go October 4th and 5th? Do you want to play Fantasy at 2,500 points? A 40K tournament at 2,000 points? Flames of War or War Machine? Whatever the heck you want to play? You can have my ticket. The way we're doing a little bit of a giveaway. So basically, in order for you to win this free admission, and there'll only be one winner, I need you to come up with a great name for any unit I field, except for Lady Elizabeth or Lord Tremendous. They're going to keep their names. But if you wanted to name my Exalted Hero or one of my units of warriors or my Forsaken or my dogs, even the Beast, if you want to name the Beast, go for it. But the trick is you got to impress me. I mean, it's the free admission pass that I'm giving you, so impress me. Earn it. I know, kind of a foreign concept, but no. Earn it. Rename, just put it in the comment section. This will be going on for a little while yet because, it's out there for a little while, so everybody's going to get the opportunity to participate. But by all means, if you are available to go to the Redstone Rumble, October 4th and 5th in Huntsville, Alabama, and you want to get in for free, and you have a little bit of cleverness in you, or somebody you know is clever, rename one of my units. Put it in the comments section below. Just mark it, hey, here's my entry. This is the unit. This is what I think they should be named. The one that wows me, the one that makes me go, oh, I like that, is the one I'm going to choose. And you will get free admission to this event, the Redstone Rumble. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or whatever like that, just go ahead and go over to www.redstonerumble.com. Check them out. You can get their contact info and stuff like that. They'd be thrilled to talk to you, I'm sure. Answer all your questions. Really cool guys. Real big in the Warhammer scene. But yeah, guys, this is your opportunity to not only name one of Lord Tremendous's units, but to also get yourself a free ticket to a major event. It's worth it. Do it. So, yeah, this game is legendary. Probably one of the most difficult, amazing, frustrating, exhilarating games I've ever played. I mean, first of all, I got to play a spectacular opponent. Really, really good opponent. I mean, he plays Tomb Kings, for God's sakes, and he gave me this much of a challenge. Spectacular opponent. Cannot say enough good things about this opponent. Second, I got to play against Tomb Kings. I haven't done a battle report against Tomb Kings before. At least I don't think I have. I don't believe I have. I don't see it on here, so I don't. I think I'm right. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe I've ever seen Tomb Kings across the table from me before. And then I got tabled by Tomb Kings, which was spectacular. Just amazing that that occurred. And then the amount of what the F, holy God, what's going on that occurred during this game is astronomical. I lost everything. Everything died. Not one warrior chaos survived. The Tomb Kings lost their Tomb King, Ramotep, the Tomb Guard, their chariots, one unit of archers, the horsemen, and one catapult. So it's not like they're going home, with a full suitcase or anything like that, but still, just amazing. What an amazing comeback by my opponent. I shouldn't even say comeback, it was one of those things. It was just like, I guess he saw that I beat his wife in our game, the game against the Wood Elves, Battle Report 120. And after he was done beating me, he literally reached across the table and just slapped me in the mouth and said, "That's what you get for hitting my wife like that." I'm just kidding. That's not really what he did. But it was funny. It was just an amazingly well-played game by my opponent. Those mother effing snakes are my anti-win. What an amazing, amazing unit. They killed my Tzeentch Knights, they blew up Elizabeth, they killed my Demon Prince, they killed my Khorne Warriors, and then they drew out my my beast so that they could get shots at him and kill him. Those snakes were phenomenal. Maybe it was a fluke, maybe they're always like that, maybe I just suck at this game. All three of them, four of them, five of them are possibilities, let's face it. But unbelievable. I literally have an uncontrolled hatred towards snakes now. I'm literally running over garden hoses and stuff and screaming for them to die, and I'm gonna have to get therapy. I don't know what the deal is. Just friggin' amazing, that unit. Savage, great game from turn 2. I mean, no BS, no holding back. We threw each other at each other, and in the end, I joined his army as the husks that I deserve to be. Legendary game. Legendary first Tomb King battle report. I don't think I should ever play Tomb Kings again, because there's no way that this will ever be as awesome as this one was. Just an amazing opponent. Gorgeous army. As you saw from the pictures, this is literally a pro painted army. It's really gorgeous, down to from the smallest detail all the way down to the movement trays. Just fantastic. It was fun to play this army. It was fun to look at this army, and well, you know that firsthand because you just got done watching it. I will track this guy down, though. Like, literally, the Armageddon could happen, and if he's still on the planet, we're gonna play, because I need a rematch. There's no way my luck could be that bad again. But yeah, man, thank you for coming up and kicking my ass. That was awesome. It was a pleasure to meet you, a pleasure to play against you, and you owe me a rematch. And I think maybe dinner after that butt whooping you gave me. Usually you don't have dessert first. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for Battle Report number 121, Game 3 of 4 of Tremendacon 2014. I hope you guys are enjoying these. I certainly am. This one especially was just amazing. But as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. But as always, thanks.